Welcome everyone back to the Truffle Shuffle. This is probably the third time I tried filming this intro. I've had it deleted off my phone, I've had it deleted off the computer, I had the computer die. So, at the end of this video you'll see I mentioned hopefully nothing else happens with electronics. Well, that's what happened. So yeah, this is my third time filming this intro. It's about 2 weeks after I filmed the rest of the video for this first video of the new projects that are going on, the new direction I'm going in with the Truffle Shuffle. Think about changing the name to the TS Podcast. Let me know what you think, because I'm hoping to eventually start a podcast type channel. I'm not sure, but anyways, the point of this first video is to give you an introduction of my plans for the future couple, maybe the next year or so of videos I'm hoping to get done to address home improvement projects, issues that we have around our house that you might find interesting. And I'm just going to be using this film series to keep myself on task. I'm thinking that maybe if I film everything I'm doing, it might help with my ability to get the stuff done. I've been battling with ADD, and I'll start a project and not finish it. And you'll see through the course of these videos the projects I've started, and hopefully I get finished now. So I'm going to give you a little tour of the upstairs here that we're going to plan on doing some remodeling. I'm building my wife a full library upstairs so that she has a place to store all her books. That she has a big collection of downstairs in the basement that just has no place to go right now. And we're going to turn this into our office/library because the kids aren't utilizing the space. What you're about to see is all their junk that's built up over time. We told them to clean it or we're going to get rid of it. And only one of the kids have cleaned it all. And so we're just going to start going through the stuff and decluttering and building my wife her library upstairs, remodeling the kids' bedrooms to make it more efficient for them, and also going to be working through a remodel of the bathroom. And as you see later on in this video, I talk about the other tasks we have around the house with the garage, the basement, maybe the deck, the woods, big issue. But so becoming winter time, the woods might just not get done until springtime. But let me show you around of some of the projects that we're going to be completing up here. Like I said, the first intro I filmed for this was amazing. It was a nice 12 minutes, and it tackled every task and every decision I wanted to make. So hopefully this fits as good as it did. So let me show you around. So right here is my wife's craft area. It's been a drop spot for everything when we first moved in. All these boxes are still from when we moved in. They really have not moved from this location. We moved in, sad to say, almost 4 years ago. And we just haven't had time really to tackle this or the want to tackle it. We just out of sight, out of mind kind of deal. We only come up here once in a while, but we're hoping to change that. So we're going to be eliminating all these boxes, all this clutter, give my wife a nice utilizable craft area. I already started some of the remodeling. I built her a whole entire storage area for all of her craft supplies that don't fit in her current craft storage location, and also any other odds and ends storage that she could want. There's a little bit more support that we got to add to this that I won't probably film. I didn't realize this board was so flexible, so we're going to add some under support for just more stability. And then we're going to add a third shelf up here just for little odds and ends. And then we're going to work our way into the living room where the bookcases are going to be. So it's going to go, the bookcases are going to start about here, and they're going to work their way all the way to that window, to right where about my desk ends, my brand new desk. And then it's going to go from that window around to that, underneath there, go on the side of this to where my wife's desk is going to be. Now you see this mess right here. This is more stuff that's from when we moved in. It's all of my wife's office supplies. She was a stay-home teacher during COVID, so it's all of her paperwork from all that. And we're just going to work our way through that, tackle all those little things, get them organized, eventually get her new desk purchased, and hopefully have enough storage for all of her paperwork that she needs to keep. We started some of the process already, so we got my desk for editing and crafts and just working on other little projects and storing everything up here. So we're hoping to get this done this winter. We're going to paint the walls and build everything out, and then from this wall we're going to have, from about where the outlet is, or the light switch, we're going to have bookcases going all the way to the end of this wall, floor to about 5 inches from the ceiling or so, and we're just going to fill with books. We're going to eliminate all these kids' toys that they've outgrown and not wanting to use. We're going to have them go through and pick out the stuffed animals they want to keep. Pretty much just downsize everything. So this room is my daughter's room. It's going to get a new ceiling fan. It's already got the TV mounted on the wall. We're going to find a way to enclose the closets a little nicer, but not bifold doors. The goal is to build them a bunk bed or buy them a bunk bed that will fit in this area, and then give them their own little private reading nook over here because they enjoy reading. They probably spend most of their time reading. We'll go camping and they just bring books with them and they read. It's awesome. Also, I gave them my old desk, and that's also their new craft desk. This room was perfectly clean about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But you know how girls are. They come, they make messes, and they leave it. But my daughter will clean it up. She's good at doing that stuff too. We're going to replace all the window treatments. Those are original to the house when we bought it, and just never got around to it. We were planning some big remodel up here. I got finished fixing the door. One of my projects I started but not finished. All these doors were cooked in and off the hinges, so I'm trying to fix all the door jams the best I can to my ability and just make everything look nicer. You'll see, might do something nicer with these closets. Maybe turn them into built-in storage instead of just doors that kind of sit open because they don't really close. Here's what all the door jams looked like in the house before we moved in. They were all just kind of kicked in. We're not sure why, and this door has never been hung. So I was in the process of fixing this one up as well. I got the door, just need to get it hung. So the boys' room is started. You'll hear me talk about moving the dresser in the other footage. Well, I moved it, and you'll see that later on in the video, me moving it down the stairs. It's the first project in this video, and it looks quite nice downstairs. I'm able to utilize it for any extra clothing I have. And we're going to work with the boys. They both are on the autism spectrum, and we're going to work with them, trying to get their cleaning habits a little bit better, putting away clothes. We're trying to simplify all their clothing, so one of my boys has a dresser over there, the other one has a dresser here. Just simplify everything, make it simple. Declutter their room, get rid of all their old toys they don't play with. They're both teenagers now, so they don't really need little play mats from when they played with their Hot Wheels. They might still want to keep their Hot Wheels, but we're just going to work on eliminating all the clutter, fix the doors. They had these bifold doors. We might find a better solution than bifold, so I haven't figured that out yet. Like I said, get rid of their old toys, figure out what they want to do. Maybe have them build their Lego sets that they've received twice now for Christmas. We might give it to them for a third time for Christmas. Who knows? It's kind of a joke because we give them Lego sets and then they build them. Yeah. We're just going to work on decluttering all these little toys. They love RC cars, but they just never get them out. They would rather just sit around and play video games like teenagers do. So maybe if we clean the area up, they'll want to play with their toys, their RC cars a little bit more. And just declutter this whole area. And then the bathroom remodel will probably be the biggest remodel that we do. I'm not sure if we're going to cover it all in the footage, but the first part of it is we're removing the skylight. If you notice the prior water damage from previous owners, this started leaking during a big storm we had back in September or October, and we believe it's because we had people on the roof inspecting it after the storm that I talk about later on this film footage. We had the big storm in June that put trees through our roof. So we're going to get rid of this, even out the ceiling here, try to match the texture maybe, I don't know, I might just leave it smooth. Give it a paint job, fix the outlets, replace the vanity, try to make the kids care a little bit more about their bathroom, even though they're only here 4 days out of a month. We'd like to maybe get them to respect it a little bit more. This is the tub that came with the house. It's like a jacuzzi tub. I mean, it's a good 2 feet tall, maybe 2.5 feet tall. It's a struggle for most people to get into. We're going to completely rip this tub out and see about getting a smaller tub. We're going to keep a tub so we at least have one tub in the house, and work on just making it simple for the kids to jump in and take showers. And we're going to replace all the curtains. The curtains came with the house, like I said. Change this out. Whether or not we decide to change it to something different that hangs on the wall, or we're going to change it with the vanity, like make all the extra storage. I'm not sure yet. We're still looking at vanities to figure out which ones we want to go with. And we're just trying to make it nice for the kids for what little few years they have left coming over here full time. And eventually, it's going to turn into where grandkids come. And so we just want to get something nice up here while we can, and let the kids enjoy it for the few years that they're going to be here. And hopefully it'll last for whatever time we have left here. But that's the overall goals. So you're going to see a lot of the filming of this. A lot of the cleaning and clutter. It's going to be time-lapse stuff, hopefully. So you're not just going to sit here watching me go through thousands of papers, find out what's garbage, what's not. Going through toys. You're going to see some stuff, fun stuff. The kids might pop in occasionally. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're going to really put in some work and get this whole house looking nice. Kind of sick of the clutter. We kind of fed up with the clutter. Kind of just like, we realize we have a little bit too much stuff for the house that we have. And it's time just to downsize and make our life more simple. We're never home. And when we are home, it's like we're tired. We both work full-time jobs. And we'd rather spend time with each other and our kids than cleaning like any other normal family does. So we're hoping this one massive declaration will at least get us in a better sitting point for any future cleanups. So I hope you enjoy the video coming up. And so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Feel free to leave me any comments, like I said later in the video. Let me know what you think. Anything you want to see, anything you want me to prove on. Gonna work on the lighting too. I know there's incandescent bulbs, or I guess they're LED bulbs technically, but household bulbs aren't the best lighting for filming a video. So, hope you enjoy the show. So you might notice that the time's different and that clothes are different, and the quality of this video has changed a little bit. We had some technical difficulties filming the other night with our phone, so I decided to switch it up and go to a digital camera mode for this. So we're outside right now. I'm going to show you some of the tree damage while it's still light out, and some of the process that we're going to work on trying to fix up for before it gets cold in the winter time. We're going to try to clean up all these fallen trees. So I'm going to turn you around here and show you some of the damage. Right here we had a treehouse that was standing in this area. It was completely smashed by all these trees, all this damage right here. So we had all these trees fall down that were right here, took out our fence. We're also going to be working on replacing the fence. That's going to be a next year job after the winter comes around. And so our beautiful backyard just turned into chaos. If you can't tell. That's our neighbor's property. Not really gonna worry about cleaning up much of that. Might clean up around the fence area, but for the most part, it's just these trees, which a lot of them are just hanging on top of each other, leaning on top of each other. So it's quite a dangerous mess. I started cleaning up some of the bits as I could safely, but when you get this much, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not a professional lumberjack, so I'm just doing my best to get what I can done and hope the rest fall to the ground or something. Let's go to the backyard a little bit more. Surprisingly, that almost survived. It's a little cedar I had sitting underneath. Just the wheels got smashed up. Yeah, when we bought this house, it had a condemned tree house in it that we couldn't allow any of the kids to go into. I started trying to burn the stump somewhat, just trying to get rid of it, but stumps are stubborn, I guess. So as we go around here, you'll see some more trees that just fallen. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So while the weather's still somewhat nice, we're going to work on just clearing up this pathway at least. That's our main goal, is to get this path cleared up and take down any leaning trees that might cause any damage to kids. We don't want them getting hurt. So I've been separating the brush from the usable logs, trying the best to just get some usable wood out of it, make the best of the little situation. So this tree right here has had a bunch of branches come off. That's probably gonna have to come down. Been working on this. This was all covered in branches at one point or another. So we're gonna walk a little bit farther into the back of the woods and see what else is down now, because they keep falling. Every little wind, they fall. We have quite a bunch of wildlife here. I finally got a trail cam set up. I've been watching this little area right here. We have a family of raccoons and deer that like to come and play right in this area, which is quite funny. Now, if you guys got any suggestions on how I could clean up these logs better with just a chainsaw, that'd be very helpful. I don't have the funds at this time to go with heavy equipment, which would make it 10 times easier. If I were able to get a bulldozer of some sort, or I guess a bobcat would be the correct term, to come through and clean a lot of this mess. I cut this tree down, I guess. I don't really remember cutting it down, but I must have. But yeah, kind of just like overwhelmed with tree damage here. So at one point, this whole path was clear. Everything was clear on this path. And we had that big storm in June, and everything came tumbling down. Everything back here is like a soft sand, it appears. So just came right out of the ground. This little sapling of a pine tree is our Charlie Brown tree. It was damaged right there, and I sliced it up, and it just keeps growing, and I'm quite happy. I love pine trees. So we got about 6 acres here of property that we're working on cleaning up and making look nice. I've been trying to clean it up, getting rid of all this scrub brush here. So as our series goes on, you'll see me working out here, trying to clean the stuff up here and there. Once again, the ADHD kind of puts a lot of this stuff on hiatus as I get going doing another project. And like, oh yeah, I forgot about the woods. Somewhere back here is about 300 golf balls that I've lost. So I was hitting golf balls back here and trying to clear the land so I could just have clear land to hit golf balls. And I've yet to find them. I don't know where they went. So when we moved in, this was like a little camping area that they had set up for their kids previously, I believe. But we're slowly trying to clean this up. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Not sure where that came from. There's more of the damage. This is where it gets heartbreaking. There used to be a pathway right here through all this area. And when that storm came through, it kind of just did devastation. We had hurricane strength winds, and it was all straight line. And so straight line winds means trees come down. And most of this is on our property, so which means I'm responsible for most of it. I would like to get all this damage cleaned up and possibly put like a campsite back here for the kids. Let them come back here, all of us come back here, maybe put the tent back here and camp every once in a while. The mosquitoes are pretty bad back here, so not sure how to fix that problem, but yeah. And then this is what I'm talking about. We got a bunch of just trees about ready to fall over and come out of the ground. So it's like one tree after another tree after another tree, and constantly fixing. And no one said home ownership was easy, I guess. But like I said, if anyone has any ideas or solutions to the problem, I was trying to possibly get the lumber sold for standing tree, but that only solves part of the problem, and I don't think a lot of these trees are healthy. So the way that they all came down makes me think that there was some sort of fire in the past, or possibly pest damage that just caused a lot of weak points. Because my daughter liked to come out here and just push trees over, and a lot of these like little trees, they're just dead, and you could push them right over, no issues at all. But I mean, that's the most of the damage. There's some more trees in the back area, but nothing super crazy. So I'm going to show you the garage real quick, plans for that, and get back in the house, and then finish what I originally was going to start, and get that dresser moved downstairs, and maybe start some cleaning in this video. But that might start in the next video as well. So let's go to the garage. As we're walking back to the garage here, I found one of my golf balls. Funny that. It was way over off to the right, which means this is probably one that I shanked. I got a couple good shots a couple times, but they're mostly shanks. I'm nothing but an amateur golfer trying to learn how, but not very good. Oh man, it will be nice to have all this cleaned up again. We're thinking about taking the fire pit out here and moving it over to where this, I guess, rubble patches. Clear all that area out and put some pavers and make it look real nice with a big fancy fire pit. But little dreams, things to look forward to in the future. I mean, if you would ask me 10 years ago, I wouldn't have thought I'd have a house. I wouldn't have thought I would have everything I have right now. I'm super grateful for what I have. It's taken a lot of work, a lot of effort, but slowly but surely, everything's falling in place and everything's working out. You know, life is good. Got a great job, got a great family. It's just, everything's good. So, here in the garage, it's a big cluttered mess. I'll go over some of my plans and goals to make this a much more usable garage, and also trying to turn it into a partial hobby wood shop, just so I can have fun building things. Not looking to get any money out of any of the projects, but just have the ability to make things at home. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent sized garage. We can fit about 4 cars in here if we needed to. Not right now with all the clutter, but a lot of it's just, hey, we have all this stuff that needs to go somewhere. Let's put it here right now and figure out what to do with that at a later time. And well, I have a feeling that now is that later time. So let me get a better angle of this. So this is the workbench that came with the house. It's pretty rat infested. They kind of taken over. They come in. I'm hoping to get all this wood covered up and have walls in here. I had the electric redone. There used to be a loft over there on the other side of that second door. I tore all that down. There was a safe in here from the early 1900s that I had a couple of people try to remove. One of them was a very interesting feller. Thought he could pull a 1-ton safe out of the garage with his pickup truck and a winch that was attached to the front of the pickup truck by a hook. Not really super attached. And he got it as far as the driveway. And then I had a coworker come over and I gave it to him for free. And he was able to, with a bobcat, and both of us hang on the back of the bobcat, lift it up onto the back of a flatbed trailer, and he's currently refurbishing it or turning it into a gun safe. I'm not sure. I said, it's yours, have fun. But yeah, so back to this. My plans is to tear all these out and go with that fad right now that's going on with the rolling racks with the tubs. Your little storage bins. These storage bins right here, these yellow ones. So that's going to be my goal, is to build that and take all the outdoor storage that we have in the tubs and turn it into part of the workbench. I'm trying to decide still if I want to keep a workbench on this side or just go up higher with the shelving. That's going to be kind of, as I build it, what do I think will work over here. I kind of like having the workbench, but it's kind of a catch-all for all the stuff we get out of the car. Like, oh, let's throw stuff down. You know, like, got the mirrors for the camper just sitting here. Got all the batteries charging. Got school equipment. But yeah, I mean, let's see here. One of these drawers is how we found we had mouse damage. Yeah, if you look in here, there's a bunch of fun mouse. That wasn't like that last winter. Coming open the drawers to get the manuals for one of our saws, and it's all just eating away. We've slowly gotten rid of the mice in here. They haven't been as bad as we got the house treated by the exterminators, and they came through and plugged some of the holes, but there's still a ton of holes in this garage. This was built in '93, wasn't taken well care of, and so we're stuck with what we got and working to make it better. Behind this door, there's actually it's kind of hard to see, but there's actually a full bathroom. Nothing's hooked up in here. Not sure how it would work. Kind of a back burner project that, hey, if we need it, we can figure out how to work. But I really want to get that sink up and running. Trying to make it work with the snow and the freezing, how far the pipes go down, if the pipes are even still connected. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so this is where the wood shop would be. It'd be on this half of the garage. Got a temporary wood shop. My wife was working as a full-time teacher, and then she changed into an interventionist and started helping with teachers in their classrooms and helping students with certain needs that they have, and that's a much better position for her, I feel. But she also does a lot of substituting in the school. Yeah, so all her classroom stuff came in here, and that's what's all in these totes, more books, and all the stuff she had for her classroom. So we're still trying to figure out storage. Like, we don't really have a place to put the snowblower, so it sits between the cars all year. We got this for camping supplies. There's some boxes that we gotta get rid of. They're empty. They're just sitting there. My makeshift workbench. Make do with it. It gets the job done. Haven't been able to really use it though with all this junk in here because we haven't had time, and we're looking to make the time. We're looking to stop making excuses of not having the time and making the time. That's one of our goals here is to get things done. It's very frustrating for us because we have a lot of hopes and wants, and all of a sudden it's bedtime and we're like, crap, we didn't get anything done that we wanted to get done. So we're starting new. We're not going to worry about things we don't get done, but we're going to get things done because it'll make us happier. So my goal is to empty this whole side of the garage out, get most of these books back in the house, in that library, eliminate some of the other bookcases, take my temporary workbench and turn it into an actual workbench, build that up, and then I'm going to take all this shelving down, and I'm going to build a miter saw station against that back wall. And I know you're thinking it's probably crazy, you're going to lose all that storage. It's like, I want to get these walls covered. I want to get these walls insulated and covered. And here, surprisingly, it's really cold in the summer times in here. If you don't open the doors, you'll come in the morning, it'll be cold. But we're hoping to eliminate this. Let's see if I can get over there. Oh, this storage case for all the camping supplies for the off season. So I got this little temporary miter stand that works really great, but I want one that's permanent and in place. So we're going to build cabinets here in this area, and this whole section over here will be my wood shop, and there'll still be room for my car to park in here on top of that. In the back here I got a table saw. I got stuff I can't get to and use right now just because we're going through all this mess. But yeah, I mean, I got all this wood waiting to be built with. So as soon as we can get these walls covered, we're going to start building the wood shop. And I'm hoping to bring you guys along with that process, seeing as much as we can. If you have any suggestions, like I said, I'm always open to suggestions. If you have suggestions on material to use to cover the walls, to use materials to insulate the walls with, I'm all yours. I'm not looking to use this big barn door anymore. There's a little gap in that back corner, so if you have any ideas on how to fill that and keep it filled, that'd be very helpful. I thought about spray insulation, like the foam, spray foam, but I'm worried that chipmunks are just going to eat through it because we have a lot of chipmunks here and a lot of issues with chipmunks. Yeah, that's another project. I was cutting a tree and the tree kind of sank and caught my chainsaw and pulled the chain right off. So before we can even cut trees, we're going to have to clean that up. And so this whole video is pretty much just an overview of what we've been doing for the last 3 years since my last video, and kind of want to give you a plan of what's to come. So also, pipe dream is this is a van that belonged to my father before he died, and my uncle was generous enough to purchase it for me, and so I'm hoping to fix it up somewhat, not make it super fixed up, but at least, you know, replace the bumper, get new headlights, fix the grill, make it so it's looks nice. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I work for a 3D printing company, and so I might look into seeing what I can make for the van as well. And I'll show you guys some of that process. A lot of stuff we do at my work is NDA jobs, so I can't really show most of that stuff. But in the occasion I can show you something, I will show you at work. It's really interesting stuff. We do everything from things for Disney to firearms and everything between. And every day is something different, and it's probably the best job I've ever had. It is the best job I ever had, and I have great coworkers. Everybody's just gets along. It's a dream job. Also, we're looking to enclose this deck somewhat, either completely cover all the screened-in area, or replace the screens with windows and cover the bottom half, or just have the screens redone. The previous owner had just thrown sheets of screen up there, and it kind of, there's seams that are right in the open, birds fly in, chipmunks fly in, or crawl in. It'd be pretty bad if chipmunks were flying in. I don't know, after that windstorm they might have flew in. We'll have the neighborhood cat come in. We like Max. He comes in and gets our cats all riled up, but he's a good cat. And then this retaining wall we also need to fix because it's collapsing onto the door frame. I haven't been in that room in probably 3 years just because it was infested with bees, mice, chipmunks, and everything else. Hoping to get that wall at least upright so we can get the door replaced and get everything working over there. So now I'm going to take you back inside, and I'm going to show you the basement, and that's going to be our final goal of home improvement in this journey, and give you a little heads up of what's come with that. It's probably going to be like a 2 to 3 year project on that. It's going to be bits and pieces here and there. Hoping to remove the tub down there, take out some walls. There's a freezer that came with the house that we don't know what's in it. We haven't looked in it. We don't want to look in it. We're not even sure if it's plugged in. I think we looked in it when we first moved in, and it was empty for the most part. There might have been some weird stuff, but we're just going to hire someone to come drag it out the basement door here. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And there's a lot of fun stuff down there. We're looking to make it into a nice family area, so come Christmas time, Thanksgiving, instead of cramming everyone in our small living room, we can have a little bit more room down in the basement and enjoy the family time. So I'm going to take you down there right now, and let's go see what's to come. Alright, so this is all the Ikea bookcases that we bought for the upstairs. We're hoping we got enough at least for stage 1. We have a second stage that's coming that's going to include the desk for my wife and some of her storage over on that side, but we want to make sure we get at least some bookcases started, so we start this process. They're all Billy bookcases except for one set of Ikea, but we're going to take them and build frames around them and customize the look of them just so that they can be more than just Ikea bookcases. So, alright, now we're going to go down that stairs. Has anyone seen that stairs like this? It's quite bad. Oh, hi Cassidy. That's River. She's daddy's girl. And this is Cassidy. She's our own cat. She's got the heart of an orange. They're crazy. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It drops like 3 feet from that step to that step. And not really sure if we can fix it. Thought about fixing it and all, but we're not really sure. It's going to really depend on how we get the basement fixed up. River. River got her name from the Doctor Who character, River Song. Felt it fits her quite well. Cassidy's named after the pro wrestler Orange Cassidy. So let me turn on some lights down here so we can see. Alright. So one improvement we were able to get done was in our boiler room, I guess you could say it is. We were able to get a new boiler, and they came in and they put all brand new pipes in. That was a fun day when that stopped working. It was in the middle of winter. We were freezing our butts off, trying to figure out what happened. And had to get a brand new boiler because the whole thing was dead. And oh, sorry, there's cobwebs and spider webs in there. And we were able to get it replaced within a couple days. They're all over me. They're curious on what I'm doing. So this is the bathroom that we're going to completely tear out and remodel. It's currently just used for kitty litter, pretty much. So that's why we're like, we need to make this usable. So we're going to take this bathroom and pretty much cut it down to about where this vanity starts, if not farther back. And turn it into, it's going to still be a full bath for the most part. It's going to have a toilet, the sink, and the bathtub. But it's going to be a shower. It's going to be a stand-up shower against the wall as far as we can get it. There's baseboard heating down here. If we can get a plumber in here to help us, our heating and cooling guy, to redo that section to make it smaller, that'd be awesome. But we'll deal with that when we get to this stage. But I'm going to cut this out. It's just literally in a light switch. Sometimes light works. It's literally just in the middle of the room. So we're going to cut this out, and then we're going to, on wherever we decide to put the back wall of this area, we are going to build a utility area for the fuse box and the kitty litter. So we're going to have a whole area for the kitty litter. This is that freezer. I don't dare open it right now because I don't know what's in there. Like I said, I don't know if it's even plugged in. I hope to God it's at least nothing in there. That'd be pretty bad. But then we're going to take this whole wall out. The only thing behind there is the closet for the bedroom that's down here. There's 2 bedrooms down here. Right now this is just storage. And it's going to be, it's just seasonal clothing, change outs, all different kinds of storage. So we're going to go to Ikea during stage 2 of this build, and we're going to go from this wall to where we stop right here with built-in closets, so that my wife can keep all of her seasonal clothing in there, because each season she has a different type of clothing she uses. These are all the books that are going to go in the library. Like I said, she has a large library of books. So everything in this closet is books. And we're going to take this whole section out and extend the basement down here. We're going to take this wall out and extend the basement out that way. And try to enjoy the space a little bit more. It's kind of like this house was refabbed to have multiple kids living here. It'd be great if I had the kids here all the time. It'd be perfect for them because they each have their own bedroom, but they don't. So we're going to make use of space for comfort. So down here, we're organizing the storage room right now. So we got some boxes down here open, trying to figure out which goes where and which needs to go in long-term storage, which needs to be somewhere where we can get to it, etc. This is the man cave pretty much. It's where I play my video games, or try to play my video games. I don't usually make time for it. My pride and joy is my DVD collection. I have about 800 DVDs and Blu-rays. And I just keep trying to collect them because they keep saying, hey, they're going to stop selling them. So anytime I find a good deal, I buy some. But yeah, so we're going to make this all one big room. If you can imagine that wall gone, that wall over here. We'll turn these bookcases. There's a fireplace behind here. So we'll turn all this area into a more usable space, more relaxing. It'll be feel a lot bigger, I think, once we get these walls out. We're gonna keep this wall in. This is our actual storage room. So, you know, it's pretty organized down here. We got Christmas stuff, we got Halloween. Everything's labeled. We started going to colored boxes so we know which box to grab right away. Yeah, we got this pretty well organized. Working on remodeling this closet as well to make it more usable for storage, because there's nothing in there really. We just don't want the cats to get in the walls in there, so we got to try to fix it and make it better. All right. So that's the plans for the foreseeable future of this channel. There might be some adventures in there along the way. We do like to, when the kids are here, we don't like to stay home. We like to go out and do stuff. Go on the family woo trips like we used to. So, you know, it might not all be videos for the home library, but I hope you come join me and see what progress we make. The more you guys watch and communicate, and I think the more I'll be active in filming and less procrastinating, be able to finish these projects, I think the more motivated I'd be. So let's go get rid of that dresser now. Let's go get that dresser downstairs so I can get it set up and have a place to put my clothes, because we found out quickly that 2 people sharing a closet doesn't work. So I gotta make some room in the closet so that I can have some place to hang clothes, but also have a place to put a lot of my folded stuff. So let's go work on getting that dresser brought downstairs by myself probably. So that's gonna be fun. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, so we gotta get this all cleaned off so we can bring this downstairs. Clean up all this garbage and mess. Christmas. Last year or the year before. Don't even play with it. I already emptied this whole entire dresser like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Let's see how light it is. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Oh my, look at all those toys. Oh, boys. Yep, boys. Dust this off. When the previous owners put in their flooring just before we moved in, they rushed and didn't cut the boards right and didn't go off the center of the room and have everything measured out right, so the things we get caught up. Don't think I forgot about you. Alright, let's turn this light off so we don't have to come back in here. Alright. It's not as heavy as I thought it was, but it's still pretty heavy. Alright. it wasn't so damn awkward. They shaped it, but it was actually square. Sorry, the other camera died. I was trying to get you a bunch of shots from different angles. But the other camera died, so you might have missed out on the exciting conclusion. Nothing fell, nothing got broke. So I guess it's not super exciting. Word advice, when you're moving something, clean the areas you're walking through first. But it's about 11 o'clock again, so this is what I'm talking about. Waiting until the last minute to finish a project. But I had to stop what I was doing and make some dinner, and I was watching wrestling, so I lost track of time, but I got this in here at least. So if you remember, I said I needed some more room for clothes. This is what I'm talking about. See, I had a big pile because this dresser down here is full, and then my closet's full. There's one of the projects I almost finished. Just a little bit more to go, and she will be all done. So let me get this dresser tipped back up. So we're gonna be putting this right about here. So it's gonna be going right there. Remember what I said about prepping an area before you move something? Yeah. Sure, I had this all moved out of the way. So I'll show you in a second where the tree fell through our roof right here. Behind here is where our cats like to catch mice a lot of times. This used to be the garage, so there's some secret pathways that were never covered up, we think. Oh, I scratched her up a little bit. We were able to finish one project, get this dresser down here at least. So I'm going to get the rest of the drawers in. Our goal is to get all this extra stuff cleaned up. We got a nice little doom pile that we told you about. We're going to clean up over here too. And we're going to work on making it so we can have a nice little reading area over here as well. I think we're going to have to put a board there. Or we might lose a cat. Alright, so there's the first day. It took a couple days, but we got our first test done. Hopefully we don't run into any more issues with any electronics. It's a nice surprise knowing that this thing will record sound at least. So it gives us another option. As the videos go along and I get back into the routine of recording, we will hopefully get better quality, better shots, better everything. Like I said, I'm a little rusty, and this whole video was kind of just a whole overview of what I have planned. And like I said, we will probably go way off this way with it, way off this way, way off this way. But come along with the ride, share it with your friends, make fun of me, I don't know. I'm just going to do this for up here. So, I take the encouraging words. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the like button, and come back for more. So, I'm going to get ready to go to bed. hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you at the next video. Thank you. Good night.